Dengan izin Yang Arif, selamat sejahtera dan selamat pagi. Prosiding pendengaran penerimaan masuk Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya pada hari ini, Jumaat 1 Julai 2022, dijalankan secara sidang video Zoom di atas persetujuan semua pihak. Hakim yang bersidang pada hari ini adalah Yang Arif Dato Ahmad Kamal bin Muhammad Shahid, Hakim Mahkamah Tinggi Bahagian Kuasa-Kuasa Khas 1. Seterusnya, Mahkamah ingin mengingatkan semua pihak agar kekal di kedudukan masing-masing dan tidak menutup video walaupun setelah selesai giliran. Diminta kerjasama tuan-puan agar tidak melayari live streaming di YouTube berdekatan tuan-puan di dalam bilik yang sama semasa prosiding berjalan kerana dikhawatiri akan mengganggu sistem rakaman audio. Terima kasih. Dipohon kepada wakil-wakil yang hadir pada hari ini bagi pihak Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor untuk memperkenalkan diri. Silakan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Arina Azmin Ahmad Marzuki bagi pihak Tan Sri Peguam Negara Malaysia.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Syamsina Dato Ahmad Nur bagi pihak Majlis Peguam Malaysia.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Uijia Rang bagi Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur. Saya juga menyebut bagi Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Negeri Selangor bagi Pempetisyen yang menjalankan latihan dalam Negeri Selangor.
Terima kasih. Mahkamah akan memanggil nombor petisyen satu persatu. Apabila nombor petisyen dipanggil, pempetisyen diminta berdiri dan memperkenalkan diri. Kemudian, peguam pengusul atau mover akan membacakan latar belakang pempetisyen sehingga selesai. Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen pertama WA 18-832-08-2021 P1, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Leong Yen Ki, pempetisyen pertama.
Silakan M1.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Andrew Yu Chun Ming hadir bagi pihak pempetisyen Leong Yen Ki pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili Peguam Negara Malaysia, Cik Arina Azmin binti Ahmad Marzuki, Majlis Peguam Malaysia Cik Syamsina binti Datuk Muhammad Nur dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor Encik Ui Jia Liang juga hadir pada hari ini. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran Mahkamah Yang Mulia ini untuk meneruskan hujahan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, dibenarkan ya, sila teruskan.
Yes, my lord. May I introduce the petitioner, Leong Yen Ki, who was born here in the Klang Valley. Being the eldest in the family, born to Mr. Leong Weng Wah and Madam Chan Chun Chiu, the petitioner received her early education as SJKC Lik Hung and completed her secondary education at SMK Subang Utama. In 2016, the petitioner embarked on a journey to read law at Multimedia University. Despite initial objections from her parents, which lit a fire in her belly, the petitioner tells me she thoroughly enjoyed her time at university, eventually graduating with a Bachelor of Law honours in the year 2021. Thereafter, the petitioner was offered a pupillage position at Mercer's Whole Partnership under the tutelage of Mr. Brian Ho Jian Yao, whom I hope has been kind to her as his football club of choice, Manchester United, has not been doing so well lately. But I digress. The petitioner says that her 9-month pupillage term went by in a blink of an eye and describes her time there as a fun and great learning experience. My lord, On this memorable day, the petitioner would like to express her deepest love and gratitude to her parents, Mr. Leong Weng Wah and Madam Chan Chun Chu, for their unconditional and tireless love, care, and support throughout the petitioner's life. The petitioner would not be where she is today without the unwavering support from her parents. The petitioner would also like to thank her siblings for being ever so loving and supportive. Also, the petitioner would like to record her utmost appreciation to her pupil master, Mr. Brian Ho Jen Yao, and her other pupil master, Mr. Wilson Ho Shin Lik, for providing her with ample opportunities and guidance, and for being ever so committed in seeing the petitioner emerge from her pupillage a well-equipped member of the bar. She would also like to extend a huge thank you to her fellow colleagues for not just being colleagues, but also friends who have given her constant support and care throughout her pupillage journey, where she has shared many close working moments together. The petitioner is eternally grateful to all her friends for overcoming the challenges of law school together. She wishes them all the best in their endeavors. Similar gratitude is also expressed to Siu Chin Seong for always being there and putting up with the petitioner. Last but not least, the petitioner is extremely grateful to me, her mover, because I kindly agreed to move her call today despite my busy schedule. Thank you. The petitioner wishes to conclude her speech with a quote from a favorite sci-fi series, Star Wars, from which she draws great inspiration from. It goes, "Starships are meant to fly, hands up and touch the sky." My lord, before I close on my speech today, I would like to take a brief moment to share about the petitioner. As it's customary for a mover to know the person whose call they're moving today, I had prior to this sent a list of questions to the petitioner to ponder upon. These are some of the qualities that I have gathered about the petitioner. First and foremost, I note that the petitioner is a young practitioner who loves the law, as we all do here. She expressed to me her deep interest in the legal complexities surrounding company law and liquidation law. She hopes to make her mark one day in this area, and I wish her all the best. Secondly, the petitioner also strikes me as a positive-minded person who will stick to her guns for what she believes in, despite detractors or dissent. That should serve her well in a career. Finally, the petitioner also sent me a call speech at the 11th hour, a personality trait inherent in many a lawyer, but I rest assured that she'll be in good company with many other members of the bar I know personally who share the same complication. It is for all these reasons, my lord, that I believe the petitioner possesses all the necessary qualities of a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court. I believe all the petitioner's papers are in order and that my learned friends for the Attorney General's Chambers, the Bar Council, and the Kuala Lumpur and Selangor Bar Committee, respectively, have no objections to this motion. I humbly move this honorable court to admit and enroll the petitioner Leong Yen Ki as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. Much obliged, my lord.
Tiada bantahan dari pihak Peguam Negara Yang Arif.
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Negeri Selangor tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Leong Yen Ki untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Sebentar ya Cik Leong, saya belum beri kebenaran lagi. Cik Leong, can you please hold on? Saya belum beri apa-apa kebenaran lagi untuk menyarungkan jubah. Silakan Cik Andrew.
M1 unmute.
Yes, I invite the petitioner to robe herself.
Okey. Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petition kedua WA18 86208/2021. P2, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Mariam binti Kamal Zaman, Pempetisyen kedua.
Silakan M2.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Mastura binti Masud bagi Pempetisyen kedua iaitu Mariam binti Kamal Zaman, dan rakan-rakan bijaksana saya dari badan-badan yang berkenaan telah pun diperkenalkan sebentar tadi, Arif. Ya Arif, saya mohon izin untuk berbicara dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, sila teruskan, dibenarkan.
May I please, Ya Arif, the petitioner, Mariam binti Kamaruzaman, is the third child of Aliatun binti Mahmud and Muhammad Zawawi bin Razali. She was born on 7 February 1997 and she was raised in Kuala Lumpur. The petitioner received early education at Sekolah Kebangsaan Seri Hartamas and secondary education at Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Seri Hartamas. She then continued doing her foundation in matriculation of Selangor and continued to obtain a law degree from University Kebangsaan Malaysia. During her degree, the petitioner did her internship with the Kuala Lumpur High Court and then after graduating, continued doing her chambering at Messiah's Christopher, Lee and Ong. Today, the petitioner would like to take this opportunity to thank her master, Mr. John Matthew, the partners of the firm, the associates, the secretaries and the supporting staff at the firm whom have always been kind and patient with her. The petitioner would also like to thank her fellow chambering students who happen to be all girls around the same age. Mariam said, because of them, she ended her 9 months of chambering with plenty of sweet memories. Mariam would also like to thank her siblings and her close friends for always checking in on her and encouraging her all the time. Ya Arif, the petitioner also hopes that she has made all her family members in Singapore proud, and she also believes that this achievement could set a good example to her younger siblings and her younger cousins in the family. The petitioner informed me that she is the first grandchild of Mahmud bin Jirim who managed to obtain a law degree. And Mariam also informed me, Arif, that she was very close to her late grandmother. And she said that if the grandmother was still alive, she would be the proudest person today, Arif. The petitioner hopes that with the knowledge which she has acquired over the years, she is mature and wise enough to go through the twists and turns of life. Ya Arif, these words came from a 25-year-old petitioner, Ya Arif. So if I may, Arif, allow me to say this to Mariam. Mariam, 25 years old is quite a young age, at least if compared to my age, Ya Arif. The twists and turns in life make our lives more interesting and they are part of our short journey. So Mariam, enjoy the ride and don't forget to stop and smell the roses. Ya Arif, the petitioner would like to add that her ultimate inspiration comes from her mother, Aliatun binti Mahmud. Her mother always has faith in everything she pursues. Her mother is strong and kind and selfless, and this is the kind of woman Mariam inspires to be. On this auspicious day, she would like to acknowledge her mother for being her guidepost for everything. And she prays, Ya Arif, that both her parents, Aliatun and Muhammad Zawawi, who have cared for her and protected her, and therefore, Ya Arif, she prays that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also cares for them and bless them with long life and good health. Ya Arif, finally, Ya Arif, I humbly submit, Ya Arif, that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be called to the Malaysian Bar. I also believe her course papers are in order and my learned friends would have no objection to the petition today, Ya Arif.
Tiada bantahan dari pihak Peguam Negara Yang Arif.
Tiada bantahan daripada Majlis Peguam Yang Arif.
Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada sembarang bantahan, Ya Arif.
Ya Arif, I humbly pray that the petitioner, Mariam binti Kamaruzaman, to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor in the High Court of Malaya.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Mariam binti Kamaruzaman untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Arif. Saya memohon kebenaran agar Pempetisyen boleh menjubahkan dirinya sendiri, Arif.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Terima kasih Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen ketiga WA 18-934-09-2021 P3, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Tong Mei Yen, mempetisyen ketiga pada hari ini.
Silakan M3.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Lee Yong Jie, hadir bagi pempetisyen Tong Mei Yen pada hari yang mulia ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah diperkenalkan awal tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujahan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, dibenarkan. Sila teruskan.
Much obliged, my lord. The petitioner was born on 9 October 1996 in Kuala Lumpur, and she is the eldest child of Mr. Tong Chai Sing and Madam Chin Siu Ling. The petitioner had her early education at SJKC Kepong 2 before continuing her secondary education at SMK Kepong Baru. Petitioner started her journey in this legal field in 2014 at Brickfield Asia College, beginning with A-levels and thereafter a Bachelor of Law degree training program with University of Reading. Subsequently, the petitioner continued with her postgraduate education of CLP at BAC. Upon the completion of CLP, the petitioner commenced her pupillage at Zaiman & Co. under the guidance of her pupil master, Mr. Tan Zaiman. On this memorable day, the petitioner would like to first and foremost express her utmost gratitude to her family, especially her parents and siblings, for their unconditional love and care, moral and financial support that gave the petitioner the strength to move forward. The petitioner would like to dedicate this achievement to her parents because without their support, she will not be able to achieve any of the milestone in her life. Secondly, the petitioner would like to thank her pupil master, Mr. Tan Zaiman, for his guidance and patience in tutoring the petitioner as well as giving invaluable advice to the petitioner to become a competent lawyer. The petitioner would like to also thank her friends who have helped and supported her throughout this journey, especially Ms. Yap Wei Teng, Ms. Yam Sam Mei, Ms. Ng Ka Hui, Ms. Lee Pei Jie for their competence since secondary school, as well as Shemin Ng, Clarice Lau, Joshua, and En Yik for their support and assistance throughout this journey since law school. Finally, the petitioner is also grateful to me, her mover today, for agreeing to move her call. I believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court. I believe all the petitioner's papers are in order and that my learned friends from the AG Chambers, Bar Councils and Kuala Lumpur Committee have no objection to this motion.
Ada bantahan dari pihak Peguam Negara Yang Arif?
Ada bantahan daripada Majlis Peguam Yang Arif?
Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kepada Mahkamah agar pempetisyen Tong Mei Yen diterima masuk dan didaftarai sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara di Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Tong Mei Yen untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran Mahkamah Mulia ini bagi pempetisyen menjubahkan diri sendiri.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen keempat WA 18-1014-09-2021. P4, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Muhammad Alif Haikal bin Ruslan, Pempetisyen keempat pada hari ini.
Silakan M4.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Khalisa Badrul Amini hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen keempat. Bersama-sama saya adalah rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili pihak Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Majlis Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah diperkenalkan sebelum ini kepada Yang Arif. Yang Arif, izinkan saya memperkenalkan Pempetisyen. Pempetisyen telah dilahirkan pada 3 Januari 1998 di Keluang, Johor. Pempetisyen merupakan anak sulung daripada 4 adik-beradik. Pempetisyen juga telah mendapat pendidikan awal di Sekolah Rendah Kebangsaan Taman Seri Kota dan menamatkan pendidikan menengahnya di Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Yong Ping Batu Pahat. Pada awalnya, Pempetisyen telah lama menyimpan hasrat untuk menjadi seorang wartawan. Walau bagaimanapun, beliau telah menerima tawaran masuk ke Pusat Asasi Undang-Undang UiTM Dengkil pada tahun 2016 dan seterusnya melanjutkan pelajaran ke peringkat ijazah sarjana muda di Universiti Utara Malaysia di Sintok pada tahun 2017. Kemudiannya beliau telah menamatkan pengajiannya pada Ogos 2021 dan dianugerahkan ijazah sarjana muda Undang-Undang Kepujian. Pempetisyen kemudian telah memulakan latihan dalam kamarnya di Tuan Nurul Hafizah and Associates di bawah pengajaran Puan Zeti Zulfa binti Hassan Zulkifli. Sepanjang tempoh latihan dalam kamarnya, Pempetisyen telah mempelajari selok-belok perundangan Malaysia dengan lebih mendalam. Pada 9 bulan tempoh menjalani latihan dalam kamar, Pempetisyen telah didedahkan dengan kes-kes berkenaan tort fitnah kontrak dan juga bidang syariah, termasuklah tuntutan nafkah, hadanah, cerai, fasa dan sebagainya. Pada waktu yang sama, Pempetisyen juga sedang melanjutkan pelajaran dalam peringkat diploma lepasan ijazah syariah dan amalan Universiti Teknologi Mara. Yang Arif, di kesempatan ini Pempetisyen ingin memanjatkan rasa syukur pada Allah SWT dan selawat ke atas junjungan Nabi Muhammad SAW untuk setiap anugerah kehidupan serta insan-insan yang telah ditakdirkan Allah kepadanya. Di hari yang bersejarah ini, Pempetisyen ingin mendedikasikan sepenuhnya penghargaan beliau kepada ibu dan bapa tercinta Puan Sharina Sarajul Haq, Encik Jalil dan Encik Roslan kerana telah membesarkan Pempetisyen dengan penuh kasih sayang tanpa penghujung, memberi bimbingan dan sokongan sehingga membentuk diri Pempetisyen pada hari ini. Tiada apa yang lebih mengembirakan Pempetisyen di dunia ini selain kesihatan yang baik dan lindungan Allah SWT diberikan buat ibu bapa tercinta. Tidak dilupakan juga kepada adik-beradik Pempetisyen, Alif Haikal, Kristina Amani dan Akif Haikal, serta seluruh keluarga Sarajul Haq yang banyak memberi sokongan sejak Pempetisyen kecil lagi. Pempetisyen juga ingin berterima kasih kepada guru-guru, pensyarah-pensyarah dan juga teman-teman rapat Pempetisyen semasa di Universiti Utara Malaysia, rakan-rakan SP, Amira Syafiqah, Norizatul Syazwani, Aidil Rizal dan juga Muhammad Syamil untuk jasa doa dan dorongan mereka. Penghargaan khas Pempetisyen kepada pengajar beliau, Puan Zeti, Puan Nurul Hafizah, Puan Lisa dan Encik Faiz yang telah banyak membimbing, mengajar serta bersabar dengan karenah Pempetisyen. Penghargaan ini juga dipanjangkan untuk rakan-rakan peguam di Tuan Nurul Hafizah, Izzat, Najla, Aizat, Azri dan Aidil yang sentiasa memberi tunjuk ajar kepada Pempetisyen. Tidak juga dilupakan kepada rakan-rakan PDK yang berjuang bersama Pempetisyen selama 9 bulan, Luqman, Laila dan Arusha. Akhir sekali, Pempetisyen ingin berterima kasih kepada Kak Nana kerana selalu membantu Pempetisyen sepanjang tempoh latihan di Tuan Nurul Hafizah. Yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa semua surat cara Pempetisyen adalah sempurna dan teratur. Saya juga sesungguhnya percaya bahawa Pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelayakan menurut Akta Profesi Undang-Undang 1976 dan bahawa rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili semua badan-badan yang berkenaan tidak mempunyai sebarang bantahan.
Tiada bantahan dari pihak Peguam Negara Yang Arif.
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Negeri Selangor tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Oleh yang demikian, saya dengan rendah diri memohon suatu perintah agar Pempetisyen dapat diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profession Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Muhammad Alif Haikal bin Ruslan untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Saya dengan rendah diri memohon agar Pempetisyen dibenarkan untuk menyarungkan jubahnya sendiri.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen kelima WA 18-1028-09-2021 P5, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Sylvester anak lelaki Gerard George, Pempetisyen kelima pada hari ini.
Silakan M5.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Edwin Jerome E. Lewis, hadir bagi Pempetisyen Sylvester Gerard George Wijimana pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya dari badan-badan berkenaan seperti mana yang telah diperkenalkan sebentar tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya ingin memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujaan saya di dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, dibenarkan. Sila teruskan.
Much obliged, my lord. My lord, may I introduce the petitioner Sylvester Gerard George Wijimaya. The petitioner was born on the 17th of June 1994 at Mentagak, Pahang, to Mr. Gerard George and Mrs. Dorothy Lewis. The petitioner has had his early education at Sekolah Kebangsaan Jalan Batu Tiga before continuing his secondary education at Sekolah Menengah Tinggi Kuala. At a young age, the petitioner understood that he has to find his place in this world and help those who are in need. He also believes that 99% of us won't leave a mark in this world when we die. And this is okay because the petitioner believes that although we won't leave a mark in this world when we die, we most certainly would leave a mark on someone else's world. And whether that mark is good or bad is entirely up to us. The petitioner firmly believes that perseverance, integrity, dignity, and accountability are qualities that are not taught but are experienced through life itself and through its failures. One can never know what success feels like if one has never failed, even in situations where it is beyond one's control. The petitioner started his journey to read law and was accepted for the University of London external program at Brickfields Asia College and obtained his honours degree in 2018. During his time in college, the petitioner enjoyed learning the law of contract, criminal law, jurisprudence, and public law. The petitioner also took part in mooting competition held by Brickfields Asia College. After his degree, he immediately started his journey in the Certificate of Legal Practice back in 2019. To all those who have set for the CLP, would know that it is a tough course, and it's like a 3-year degree in 9 months. The petitioner did not get through his CLP the first time, but was determined to get through the second time. His determination to get through the second time was almost broken due to the pandemic, with not knowing when the exams will be held and when the results will be released. It was like participating in a marathon but not knowing where the finish line or whether he would finish. A lot of people gave up during the 2 years between 2020 and 2021, but the petitioner was determined in pursuing through and passing the CLP exams. When the petitioner finally passed his CLP exams in August 2021, he immediately commenced his pupillage with his then master, Mr. Dev Anand Ruben Saktiraj at Mercer's Anand and Associates, a sole proprietor. Mr. Anand was well versed with the law. With 21 years in practice, Mr. Anand could cite the rules of court precisely even without looking at the rules. Mr. Anand had given the petitioner guidance and opportunity in taking part in case management, mediation, and hearings. But sadly, barely 2 months into the petitioner's pupillage, Mr. Anand passed away in late October 2021 due to a heart attack, a sight which the petitioner could not comprehend. Mr. Anand leaves behind his firm, his fiancée, Madam Nisha, family, and friends. It was truly a shocking and unexpected time for the petitioner. The petitioner's short call papers and date was also voided given the unfortunate event. The entire month of November 2021, the petitioner was left without a master, with the Bar Council telling the petitioner that he needs to find a new master within 1 week in order to continue his pupillage or face having to start all over again. The petitioner had applied to more than 50 firms, all of which either turned him down, did not respond, or he did not meet the firm's requirements. It was a tough November, and the petitioner wanted to give up. The petitioner finally secured a pupillage position at Mercer's Hashim Amran Tabian Ahmad, also known as Hatta, with his new master being Encik Hashim bin Ibrahim, and was able to commence his pupillage at the soonest, which is why today the petitioner is before this honorable court. Young Arif, on this memorable day of the petitioner, he seizes this opportunity to record his appreciation to his parents, especially to the two most important women in his life, the first being his mother, Mrs. Dorothy Lewis, and for the endless love, for the unlimited moral and financial support, and the second person being the petitioner's better half, Miss Lynette Kimberly Richards, whom the petitioner has been with for 10 years. Both of them have made sure that the petitioner never gave up and was always there for him and loved him. The petitioner would also like to convey his heartfelt appreciation to his master, Encik Hashim bin Ibrahim, for the invaluable advice and guidance in both the law and in life. The petitioner is very grateful to Encik Hashim bin Ibrahim for taking him as a pupil under his wing. The petitioner is also grateful to the other partners of the firm, namely Encik Tabian and Encik Amran, for their guidance and support. The petitioner wishes to express his gratitude to Ahmad Zulkifli, Nabila Jamaluddin, Nur Amalina, Nurul Fatiha, Siti Nurha Fazitul, Najib Sunadar, and Muhammad Izzat for being amazing and caring colleagues and for their friendship. And lastly, the petitioner would also like to thank his late master, Mr. Anand, for his guidance, Madam Nisha and Mr. Mugalan for their support and care. My Lord, I therefore submit that the petitioner is fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court. I believe that the petitioner's papers are in order and that the relevant bodies have no objections.
Ada bantahan dari pihak Peguam Negara Yang Arif?
Tiada bantahan daripada Majlis Peguam Yang Arif.
Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Negeri Selangor tiada bantahan.
Oleh demikian, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kepada Mahkamah Yang Mulia ini untuk petitioner kelima diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang peguam bela dan peguam cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Sylvester anak lelaki Jirat George Wijimana untuk didaftarkan sebagai peguam bela dan peguam cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Saya dengan rendah diri memohon kebenaran Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk Pempetisyen menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen ke-6 WA 18-1078-09-2021. Pihak 6, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu. Pihak 6, sila unmute. Pihak 6, sila perkenalkan diri.
Tak apa, ada masalah audio teknikal situ. Sila teruskan.
Silakan M6.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Lee Kong Long adalah peguam pengusul bagi pihak Pempetisyen Joanna Chong Ai Jun pada hari ini beserta dengan rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili badan-badan yang berkenaan dan telah pun diperkenalkan awal tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya ingin memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan pujahan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, sila teruskan.
My Lord, may I introduce the petitioner Joanna Chong Ai Jun. The petitioner was born on the 19th of May 1997 in a town known as Bintulu, Sarawak. She is the eldest daughter of Mr. Cheong Kok Kip and Madam Wong Ting Ling, who are both from the education sector. And I believe they are in attendance and are watching this live virtual long call today. My Lord, I was told that the petitioner is an outgoing and a sociable person. And at a very young age, the petitioner likes to join various competitions, including storytelling, poetry, reclamation, and speech competition. The petitioner had also been an MC on many occasions, starting from a primary school up to her secondary school events, where such occasions have prompted the petitioner to set her goal to becoming a lawyer at the age of only 12 years old. Fast forward to many years later, the petitioner, whom we have just known to set a goal at 12 years old, my Lord, proceeded to read law, where she graduated and obtained a Bachelor's of Laws degree with honors from the Multimedia University, Malacca campus. Thereafter, the petitioner commenced her pupillage in Monsieur Sidek Teo Wong and Pak Dennis, where she has had the opportunity of being under the tutelage of an amazing lawyer, my learned friend, Puan Nurul Huda binti Supaman. Up to this very day, the petitioner still feels that it is unbelievable that she is able to stand here at this very moment. The petitioner would like to first thank the Almighty God for all the blessings He has showered upon the petitioner. To her parents, Mr. Cheong Kok Kim and Madam Wong Ting Ling, who have showered her with their unconditional love and given her their everlasting support and encouragement. The petitioner wishes to take this opportunity to express her deepest gratitude to them for their endless love and care, moral and financial support that give the petitioner the strength to continue moving forward. Without them, she would not be standing here again today. The petitioner would like to extend her appreciation to her pupil master and my learned friend, Puan Nurul Huda binti Supaman, for taking the petitioner under her wings. The petitioner feels so fortunate to have my learned friend, Puan Nurul Huda binti Supaman, as a pupil master, who is not only as an experienced senior lawyer, but also a selfless pupil master. Although on many occasions a pupil master has to deal with a host of matters every day, her pupil master has never neglected to talk, guide, and show her solicitude to the petitioner throughout the 9 months pupillage. Subsequently, the petitioner also wishes to extend her gratitude to her former colleagues at Messrs. Sidek Teo Wong and Dennis for their time, guidance, and patience in mentoring her throughout her 9 months pupillage, especially Christina, Jason, Arha, Fauzia, Wumi, Niza, Mira, Saliani, and Rosie in a form of a pantun. Berkejar-kejaran ombak di laut, menyentuh pantai berpasir bersih, budi tuan-puan disebut-sebut, kerja selesai dan terima kasih. From a book authored by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, where the petitioner has gained so much confidence and applied the principles in a journey through the legal fraternity. And I quote, "You are the master of your destiny. You can influence, direct, and control your own environment. You can make your life what you like, what you want it to be." Yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa semua surat cara Pempetisyen adalah sempurna dan teratur. Saya juga sesungguhnya percaya bahawa petition adalah seorang yang berkelayakan menurut Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976 dan bahawa rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili semua badan-badan yang berkenaan tidak mempunyai sebarang bantahan.
Ada bantahan dari pihak Peguam Negara Yang Arif?
Ada bantahan daripada Majlis Peguam Yang Arif?
Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada sebarang bantahan, Yang Arif.
Oleh demikian, saya dengan rendah diri memohon satu perintah agar Pempetisyen diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Kuala Lumpur.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Joanna Cheong Ai Jun untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin, Ya Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kebenaran Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk Pempetisyen menjubahkannya dirinya sendiri.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih, Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen ke-7 WA 18-1140-09-2021 P7, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Puteri Batrisya binti Abdul Latif, Pempetisyen ke-7.
Silakan M7.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Muhammad Izzuar Rushdan Muhammad Basir, Peguam Pengusul yang mewakili Pempetisyen terakhir bagi sesi ini, Puteri Batrisya binti Abdul Latif. Rakan-rakan bijaksana dari badan-badan berkenaan seperti mana yang telah diperkenalkan sebentar tadi, Arif. Ya Arif, saya memohon kebenaran untuk meneruskan ujahan dalam bahasa Inggeris bagi sesi terakhir pada hari ini, Arif.
Ya, sila teruskan.
Much obliged, my lord. May I introduce the petitioner Puteri Batrisya binti Abdul Latif. The petitioner was born in Selangor and is the second child of Puan Sharifah Azhar and Encik Abdul Latif. After multiple failed attempts to secure a spot in any boarding school, the petitioner felt extremely defeated and unsure of her future. When the time came to pursue her tertiary education, she was left clueless. The petitioner also haunted by the continuous rejection in her life, making her feel demotivated about her future. The petitioner specifically recalls a conversation she had with her history teacher, Cikgu Awang. He was the first person to suggest that the petitioner to read law, noting that the petitioner was very good at public speaking. Without a single hesitation, the petitioner applied and was subsequently accepted to do her Foundation of Law at UiTM Dengkil. The petitioner was pleasantly surprised when she was accepted and told herself that maybe this is where her streak of rejection ends. My lord, the petitioner found reading law interesting. interesting enough that she decided to pursue her degree in it. The petitioner read law at Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia, in which she started to develop a sense of identity and belonging. During this period as well, the petitioner solidifies her interest in becoming a lawyer, particularly to practice in the area of criminal law, which the petitioner wrote her dissertation on. After receiving her LLB, the petitioner commenced and completed her pupillage under the guidance of Encik Muhammad Iznan bin Abdul Malik. Reflecting on her 9 months pupillage with her pupil master, the petitioner has always deemed herself lucky to be able to garner invaluable wisdom from him. My Lord, on this day of her admission, the petitioner would like to take this opportunity to express her appreciation and heartfelt gratitude to the list of important people. Firstly, to her amazing parents, Puan Sharifah Azhar and Encik Abdul Latif, that were always so supportive of all her decisions. To her sister, Putri Amirah and Putri Kasdina, for providing love during her darkest hours. To her pupil master, who was at all times respectful and encouraging. To her closest friend, Aili Alif, Fatin Nabiha, and Nur Ifa, for keeping her sane from the first year of law school to the last day of her pupillage. To her comrades during pupillage, Batrisha Iman, Emilia, and Aisha. And finally, to her seniors from her alma mater, for always readily lending a helping hand without skipping a single beat. Ya Arif, saya percaya semua surat cara pepetition adalah sempurna dan teratur. Saya juga percaya pepetition adalah seorang yang berkelayakan dan sesuai didaftarai sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara. Saya juga percaya bahawa rakan-rakan bijaksana yang mewakili semua badan-badan yang berkenaan tidak mempunyai sebarang bantahan.
Ada bantahan dari pihak Peguam Negara Yang Arif?
Ada bantahan daripada Majlis Peguam Yang Arif?
Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Negeri Selangor tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Oleh itu, Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon satu perintah daripada Mahkamah Yang Mulia ini supaya Pempetisyen Puteri Batisha binti Abdul Latif diterima masuk dan didaftarai sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Puteri Batisha binti Abdul Latif untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran bagi Pempetisyen untuk menyarungkan jubahnya sendiri.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Terima kasih kepada kesemua wakil jabatan dan peguam pengusul. Tahniah diucapkan kepada semua pempetisyen yang telah didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Diminta sekali lagi diingatkan agar tuan-puan kekal di kedudukan masing-masing dan tidak menutup video walaupun setelah selesai ucapan dari Yang Arif Hakim. Terima kasih. Seterusnya ucapan dari Yang Arif Hakim.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera dan selamat pagi. Pertamanya, Mahkamah ingin merakamkan ucapan terima kasih kepada wakil-wakil daripada Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor serta semua peguam pengusul yang sudi hadir di perbicaraan kita pada pagi ini. Tidak lupa juga saya ingin merakamkan ucapan terima kasih kepada semua ibu bapa, keluarga, rakan-rakan para pempetisyen dan semua pihak yang sudi meluangkan masa untuk hadir secara maya bagi menyaksikan perbicaraan kita yang disiarkan secara langsung melalui sidang video pada pagi ini. Saya juga ingin mengambil kesempatan ini untuk merakamkan ucapan terima kasih dan syabas kepada semua tenaga pengajar, masters dan firma-firma Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara yang telah membimbing dan mendidik Pempetisyen sehingga menjadi peguam pada pagi ini. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Leong Yen Khi, Mariam binti Kamaruzaman, Tong Meyen, Muhammad Alif Haikal bin Ruslan, Sylvester anak lelaki Jirat George Wijimana, Joanna Chong Ai Jun, and Putri Batrisha binti Abdul Latif on your admission to the bar today. Due to the endemic that we unfortunately find ourselves in, for some of you, this has taken much longer than you would have expected. Regardless of the time that it took you to get here, you should all be proud of your accomplishment today. The success you have achieved in being admitted to the High Court of Malaya is not yours alone. A special tribute must be given to your families, particularly your parents, who, in one way or another, be it financially or otherwise, supported you and gave you their succor as you endeavored to become a lawyer. It may be fair to say your achievements today are, in some ways, their achievements. So please take the opportunity after this ceremony to thank them for their support and their patience. Your admission to the bar comes at a very pivotal time for the profession. The endemic has brought forth new problems and challenges that even the bar and the courts are navigating for the first time. So while your 9 months during the pupillage would have no doubt been a steep learning curve, you will now be facing challenges in the midst of this endemic. Having said that, however, I'm sure that the basic foundation that you have built during your pupillage should adequately serve you in dealing with these current challenges, and in fact, any challenge you may face in the future. Currently, with the profession propelled into more progress than it has seen in years, it will be up to you and your contemporaries to sustain the progress. Therefore, in your journey moving forward, I would like to take this opportunity to remind you that as lawyers, you will need to know the law and the best place to find them. If you arm yourself with the basics, I guarantee that your life at the bar will be much easier. This is also guaranteed if you practice law in line with the moral and etiquette values that is imbued in this honorable profession. Be familiar with the Legal Profession Act 1976 and abide by the practice and etiquette rules of the Malaysian Bar. Never stop learning. Keep yourself abreast of updates to the laws and practice, and do not view the mandatory continuing professional development scheme as a burden, and make full use of the opportunity to attend seminars or webinars to enhance your knowledge on different aspects of practice. And may I conclude by congratulating each one of you and your parents and loved ones once again on your admission to the bar. I wish you the very best of luck in your career at the bar. With the hashtag of stay home, stay safe, stay healthy, kita jaga kita, lindung diri, lindung semua, mahkamah dengan ini ditangguhkan. Sekian, terima kasih.
Diminta tuan-puan kekal di video masing-masing kerana ada sesi fotografi. Boleh betulkan kedudukan. Okay. Terima kasih kepada Wakil Peguam Negara Cik Arina Azmin binti Ahmad Marzuki, Wakil Majlis Peguam Cik Syamsinar binti Dato Muhammad Noor dan